Might have been something else. They did play Necrophos there. Against Fnatic.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, basically heroes like that, they can kind of try and out-sustain the ABBA. Don't really mind too much. Don't really mind the Weaver too much. The other way to go would be just more burst damage. Just deal with anyone but the Abaddon. And then just run him down afterwards. It'll just let him go. Doesn't really matter as much at that point. Because, yeah, Shadow Shaman, Weaver, Pangolier, neither of them are really... all of them are really susceptible to any sort of big burst damage coming in. So if you wanted to go crazy, you could...
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know, mid-lion? No, that seems a little bit silly.
5 seconds remaining.
But hey, you could just go the Ember Spirit again. That would work. With the OD, perhaps? That'd be an interesting one. Keep clicking the ABBA and just fueling up, and then dropping the hammer on some other fools. Well, last couple of picks coming out here. CM19 is still looking for, I guess, a mid hero or a safe lane hero, depending on, again, whether they want to send the Pangolier. I'm assuming that the Weaver will be the offlane together with the ABBA at this point, with the ABBA 4 position. But then again, we haven't also seen Weaver in the 4 position before. So I wonder if that's the path that they want to go down, be a little bit greedy in that point. I could see that. At the same time, you also want to the Weaver in the matchup against the Batrider, unless you want to pick up another hero like a Phantom Lancer, but don't pick up Phantom Lancer in enough checker. So instead they go for Omni Knight. So Weaver 1 position, I guess. Or yeah, I guess Weaver nominal 1 position no matter what lane he goes into. And Omni Knight the 3 position, just yeah, going for the super team team buff / support build.
5 seconds remaining.
That's certainly interesting. Now you have 2 different dispels to work with. The Heavenly Grace, it's called something, and that Abaddon shield. It's gonna be super annoying to play into, isn't it? And we've seen Chaos use the Omni Knight to quite a good degree. They've also had like Ursa's together with that and stuff like that. I mean, Weaver can kind of fill that role. Pangolier certainly as well. I mean, both of them are really happy to just have any sort of buffs that help their survivability in the middle of these team fights, which means they can just stay a little bit longer, get 1 more right click in, and that might just be enough to snag some of these kills to start snowballing in the middle of these team fights. There's the Necrophos. Yeah. So VP kind of have to try and match that. Bit of sustain themselves, Necrophos. I've seen Necros go for like the Guardian Grease build, even the Holy Lockets in the middle of that. And it's actually a ridiculous amount of healing that you can do with that here. Just this constant Death Pulse spam, and then of course the Guardian Grease eventually also being amplified. So we'll see if no one wants to go down that route, or if he wants to skip it. Could also still go for like the good old Radiance build if you wanted to. But of course, Lone Druid on the field means that Ramses will probably want to have the monopoly on that. Other options would be just bail into Dagon if you want to go super aggressive. Which, again, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, honestly. You just, yeah, find somebody. Scythe, Veil, Dagon, bam, that's a dead Weaver. Or dead Shadow Shaman for sure. Unless Abba and Omni Knights are there to kind of offset some of that. Well, it should make for an interesting game, that's for sure. either way, VP, of course, major runners-up. They're coming in as some big favorites here. So no matter what the draft is, they should always be in a bit of a better spot in that sense. But this is CIS Dota, right? You cannot really count out anyone at this point. This is a very interesting draft. Like, again, we've seen Chaos do some Omni Knight, and it's just a little bit out of the meta right now. Like, you don't necessarily know how to deal with it, how far his power level goes, you know? I mean, sure, you know what he does, like, you can kind of figure it out, but it's not quite as ingrained as playing against heroes like Tidehunter or any of these other more common offlaners, or 3 positions for that matter. So, well, he's actually going mid. That's a bit different too. Shocking. It's very different indeed. I have no idea how this matchup would go up against the Necrophos, but certainly curious to find out. But the point is, like, you don't play against it here a lot. Certainly in officials. Probably also not a lot in scrims and pubs or whatever. So you don't have his power levels ingrained into you as you would with other heroes. So it's a higher chance that you just overextend, that you underestimate him just a little bit in terms of his ability to turn teamfights around with just a couple of purification heals, Heavenly Grace coming through and stuff like that.
The battle is complete!
So if you want to beat VP, you're certainly gonna have to pull off something like that. Now they're setting up for a few more bounty runes here. Misha up top, nice little fissure block, so that's not gonna be going the way of CM19. As a result, a 3-for-1 exchange. Just like game 1, I believe. But Pasha, if he wants, he can also block the creep wave here. There it is. Good old Earthshaker tricks, you know? Nyx, once again on Pangolier, this time up at the top lane though, which means that LTW is taking the Weaver to the bottom in this matchup against the Bat Riders. They would have thought, but Roger's actually making his way up there now. It is a support Bat Rider, so it's less of an issue for him to roam around like this. To find a matchup that he wants, I guess still
just achieved first blood. Thanks and have fun. Worthy of the House of Ernest.
That happens sometimes, you know, I mean. But hits quite hard actually, 62 base damage plus the Mist Gold doing a little bit extra. And the Shadow Shaman too, 74 plus the Ether Shock. That's a lot of damage here, and Ramses actually might be blocked into this. Ah, he eats his way through trees, so he should be fine. Certainly gotta be very, very careful indeed. Nyx up top, Pasha. Well, you can always secure CS, of course, with the Enchant Totem, which is always nice. And Nyx has no way to deal with his Napalm spam. There's Point of Flame Break too. You might just straight up die here, honestly. He does have the Swashbuckle. I didn't get the silence off though. Yeah, goodbye, Nyx. Yikes.
Yeah, baby.
You gotta start running immediately. Once you have 2 or 3 stacks on you, gotta get away from there. Well, didn't quite work out. So far, so good. LDS getting a few denies here and there. He's at 1 deny on the range creep, which is all that really matters, you know. But so far, no one ever so slightly ahead. I mean, both of them have a lot of sustain, but no one suddenly has the better tools of harass, so LTS shouldn't really be able to match up as well. And of course, a lot of the sustain from Necrophos just comes from straight up last hits. Whereas all the heals from the Omni Knights are mostly going to come from the Purification. Or the Heavenly Grace. So you have to spend mana to get health. Whereas Necrophos can just hit creeps, you know. Right, Ramsey's Bear. Taking up quite a bit of damage here, but that's what he's there for. Just gotta be careful not to feed him away. That Spirit Bear is worth a lot more money than hero kills even early on. But still, making a play for Ramses here. The Fear, dragging Shadow Shaman back. It's a nice play indeed. There's no immediate shackles, but Misha still looking for the interception. They do find the shackles, couple more right clicks. And, oh wow. No, I got the kill. Well, LTW was actually getting the bear. But, don't think that was the case. So nice little kill on to Ramses. Solo, being run down again. Yeah, I do like this. I've seen support Abbas with just complete forgoing the point in because of Avernus. Not sure if you want to pick it up in at the second point. Ooh, no one. Almost getting that kill in mid. Storm kind of low himself, but no reaction means that still gonna be absolutely fine. Doesn't have Ghost Shot to amplify some heals, but does have the Fairy Fire, another Death Pulse, so looks like he'll be absolutely fine. What was I gonna say? Nyx is just dead again. He's stick charges, so no, but damn, so close. No one? Yeah, okay. No point in Dejan Aura, so a really easy way to run him down. I was gonna talk about Ramses, wasn't I? I have no idea. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. In any case, this bottom lane going decently well for CM19. We were ahead of Ramses in the last hit department. It's not the end of the world here. Again, I mean, Roger up top. Oof, does end up dropping his Nyx. Almost dies himself. Some stacks with Napalm, but nothing that can really take advantage of that right now. Nice little swashbuckle across the trees, keeps him safe. Ooh, the side comes through, and Omni Knight is enough to cut him down. No one finally finds the kill that he was looking for earlier. Turns out Necrophos does win that. Ramses does get the Savage Roll, but only on one. Weaver gets a free kill.
Radiant's bottom tower
A lot more action all over the map here in this game, it feels like. BP not looking as good in all of these lanes as they perhaps did in the last one.
Structures are fortified.
Honestly, mid was looking even better for no one than up against Nyx's Pangolier. Now, is LTS gonna get some help? Nah, Misha. Transferring up top. There was a ward here though, I believe that scouted that out. Just gonna get rid of it really quickly. So far, Roger has just been able to whatever he wants, but now, purging off that Napalm. A little bit of extra slows, nice little fissure block. I mean, if you get that Curse of Avernus out, then you can actually just continue to run him down. But Pasha says, "Nope, you're not killing my friend. It's helped me too much."
What does it?
Actually, the more I think about it, it's like mid is going very well. And look at the CS for Pasha actually, 38-9. To the 9-1 of Nyx, so it's being absolutely destroyed again because of this this Bat Rider has not really been accounted for. Misha was trying to do other things across the map rather than being up here to counteract this Napalm spam, so Nyx was under way too much pressure. And oh wow, he's just gonna die here now. Pasha still alive, another W ready to go. If you can just get a range for the aftershock, there it is, does connect, but now super freaking low himself. Misha looking for a few right clicks here. The explosion actually finishes him off. Even as he gets a kill on Nyx. So that's a little bit crazier than I anticipated. There's Roger. Oh, one more click. Might actually do it here, Misha. Ah, it's not enough. Oh, he messed up. The jukes are real. Roger survives. and it just lets the tower do the dirty work. Oh man. We have a few extra points, a few extra levels on ABBA. That certainly works. I mean, missed call with the Aphotic Shield explosion, but it's not actually all that much damage at level 1. Or level 2, depending on the scamming skill you're looking for. As going down bottom here, nice little Savage Roll this time. To keep them all away. Yes. There's no scythe available here, not enough mana for it. That's why I might feel safe around here. No one's gonna have enough soon though, solo. Oh no. Didn't have the telekinesis. Not sure what he used it for. Is it still on cooldown from bottom? Yeah, it's a ridiculous cooldown actually. 34 seconds. Level 1. If you had the telekinesis, that's certainly a dead LTS.
Dire's middle
Dead
tower
Omnidite.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, can't have it all. Can't have it all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
Shadow Shaman's still level 4 there. Starting to chip away at this tower though. Solo's there to try and slow it down. Rammus coming in from the back. Might be too late to actually help with Rubik there. Is it diving in very, very deep, but now it's not really going to do too much. Bugs only catch Ramses a save. He's way too deep now, so I'm just gonna sap him to pieces. Bit of a tactical tumble, as I like to call it. You know, up top. We'll try and make a play for Misha here. Also, only level 5, so no ultimate, no bar time to fall back on, so he's just dying to the fire. Save? What are you doing here? I don't think you can really stick around. Asha? That's half health. Echo Slam? Sure, why not? Let's get another free kill. Not gonna use for anything else. Nick's looking to try and get some sort of trades. No one finds another kill on ITS. Pasha, he does get brought down. A bit of control here. Nick's looking for the swashbuckle. If he finds the right angle, he can still get this kill. Oh no! He gets a connection. It's still gonna take him a little bit longer. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me he's gonna get out of here. W cross Q. Not gonna find him. Come on, man. Come on. There we go. There we go. Just block him into the trees. Took them way too long, but it was quite hilarious to behold. Yeah, 10, 11 minutes in, no one, just completely different league. 2 kills in LTS. There's also not a scythe kill, but it looks like it, so. Pasha still 4.2k. Straight for the Axe, actually, so he's gonna be ready to dunking people. Even Ramses, like, last game he was just completely shut down. This game, not so much. He did go for the Midas in the end, so. For the old school Lone Druid build. We'll be able to eventually turn it still into a Radiance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And VP can kind of play the same kind of game that they played in game number 1. Just very patient, just do your thing, just farm up your items. And it's going to be down to CM19 to try and find some way to put on pressure. They do have the Shadow Shaman level 6 right now. So Serpent Wards should be available and should be used to help you take down some of these towers. Bottom lane, super low already. It's a mega play up to Pasha. With the roll connecting. This time with Nisha and LTW around. Pasha's still alive for a little bit longer than maybe would have expected, but they do secure the kill.
Radiant's top
After
tower
all.
is under attack.
Save did make the rotation with them, so this tower should still actually survive as a mid ITS. Heavenly Grace gives you status resistance, so. I mean, level 1 lift, even with Arcane Supremacy level 1, it's 1. You got amplification 20%, so yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's like less than half a second, isn't it? With the 50% status resistance. So it's not like, okay, the Grace actually stolen. That's very useful. There's certainly a few tools for CM19 to play with. It's ITS right now. Another one! Oh, this time it's actually being blocked here. A lot of damage being taken away from the forest shields, and not enough to kill him outright. He'll still die in the end, and Misha? They don't want to chase him down. Just the face boots was pretty damn fast. As I say that though, no one. There's no way he gets that, right? Not really fast enough. But hey, at least you don't have to stay dead for 15 extra seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Finally, Soaking Ward's being dropped. Finish off this tier 1 tower. At the same time though, your own mid tower is being taken care of. But just right clicks and creeps. There's no big pushing power available for Virtus.pro just yet until this Snow Druid is ready. He decides to start hitting towers. Meantime, VP, they're the ones actually taking control. Just right inside jungle, or at least they're invading it a little bit. They don't have they have some wards on Rubik. Not willing to place them down just yet, as they do see Misha coming in. LTS also hanging around. No lasso, no scythe, so unless they're being forced, they don't really. I'm not really interested in taking a fight, but they are certainly interested in this tier 1 tower.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Not the best trade.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I would say if there was any sort of pushing power on side of CM19. Shinra Shaman is down here, but still 45 seconds on that ult. They might actually be able to get the bear,
Dire's top tower has fallen.
which would be quite good indeed, and that's plus 300 gold. Seems good, but now more and more people coming in. Maybe there was a bit of a bait as stun comes through. Nick's bouncing off that earth wall actually. Can't really get him, but they might be able to get Misha. I'm just trying to run him down, same as Roger, but he's pretty damn fast on his feet still. Nick's, oh, he's hanging around for the bounty rune. Ooh, and he got it. He's getting away. Solo, I mean, he got himself a Shikuchi, but the rest of his team not quite as fast to follow up.
Middle tower is under attack.
Quite the gambit right there, but it did work out for them, I believe. He also secured both up top. Yeah, they've got 2 bounty runes. And now here's the Serpent Wards available again. They're picking out top tower. LTW still needs to get rid of the creep wave. Meanwhile, in mid, LTS in trouble. Roger, he's pretty damn fast. Lasso, okay. He's not fast once he gets into Degen hour range. The Pasha, certainly helpful here with that dunk. That Agnum's getting in the range, and then this is Cypher good matter. 60 seconds on the sidelines. Only 15 minutes into the game. This does not feel good at all. They didn't even find a way to actually pressure this top tower. This rotation was just too fast coming in that direction. Didn't want to give up more, but Pasha, okay. So what's committed for this one? That's a long jump and even longer shackle. But now it just TP's out. Just like last game, just can't hold him. You know, Solo, that's a bit of a different story. Good position there for Nix, but oh no, Solo! He stole the Pangarul! Now Misha in a bit of trouble, and, well, pops the ultimate. He's going to be absolutely fine, Solo. Surrounded by a couple of heroes, but no one's right in the middle of them there. I mean, there are Allen Greaves, another nice little shackle coming forward, but there's just no damage output for either side right now. LTW getting away. Save, though. Eventually, no one's just going to kill people off Solo. Shikuchi. Gonna leave the kill for him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh man, these kind of engagements. It's crazy that it should happen this way. I mean, it's just a solo Rubik. You're getting like 1, 2, 3 stuns on him. With the Pangolier, but you have no way to actually kill him. It's a bit of a problem when your Weaver goes Midas, right? Only damage item is a Javelin right now. He's gonna turn that into a Maelstrom. But Twill is gonna do damage at this point. I mean, Pangolier as well. You can't swashbuckle when you're rolling. So right now it's a little bit tough. So as long as he has Shikuchi, I mean, he's just replaced that with Purification, but as long as he has Shikuchi, such a good spell to steal. Very hard to catch, very Very mobile as a result.
Radiant's top tower.
But hey, purification, how much does it do on you? It doesn't actually say. Of course, you have this extra spell lamp. Ramses does have the radiance.
Radiant's top tower is
give it to
under
the bear.
attack.
There we go. 18 minutes, give or take.
Dire's bottom tower
Now we
is
have
under
a
attack.
smoke rotation on the side of CM19. What do I want to do with that?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Did this smoke under the sword? Or now it's just freshly placed, wasn't it? Either way, top tower goes down. VP, you have no interest whatsoever in trying to fight that Ramses. Got himself a DD rune, so goodbye not just tier 1 but also tier 2. I would imagine.
Dire's bottom tower.
Look at the chunks. Ouch!
Radiant's top
I can
tower
take this high
is
ground.
under attack.
Well, lines
Radiant's
are certainly being
top
drawn
tower
on
is
the other
off.
side. Like, hey, yeah,
Dire's
they go.
bottom
We're
tower
also gonna
is
go.
off.
Like, this needs to be responded to. This is a DD bear.
Dire's
What duration left?
attack.
Well, that's gonna be wasted by
Radiant's top tower
this
is
glyph.
under attack.
Yeah, once again, very early. Tower going completely down here. They're coming for this. Is now Nyx going with roll once again. Okay, that's a W stone. So no roll for the Rubik. Now Shackles over on the Necrophos. Can they do something? Yes or no? He just hits himself up. Now Lasso, Hacker Slam, Pangolier, scythe down. 76 seconds. No buyback. Pasha just jumps out straight out again. No problem whatsoever as they just go for racks. Just daring them, hey, come fight us if you can, and newsflash, they can't. Another jump forward, the LCW barely gets out of the shackles, holding solo in place, but now, well, Misha in the front lines, well, he doesn't actually have his ultimate anymore. They're scrambling to try and make it back towards the base, and they barely can make it.
Dire's bottom barracks are
But they cannot save their racks. 20-minute high ground push. A little bit helped out by DD rune, the rune of many wins, as I like to call it. And it's just getting out. They did lose 2 towers of their own up top, but they're going to be absolutely happy with that. Ooh, if they could have gotten them, that would be so big, but Shadow Shaman a little bit too far away. Only one that can actually lock people down and cancel their TVs. Oh man. I mean, that's Virtus.pro for you. You give them a timing, they're gonna take advantage of it. Reaper Might is not really... It seems like it's just gonna... No, not quite. But it seems like it's necessary for him to keep up. But it also feels like that's not really the way that the hero is supposed to be played, right? It's... I kind of want to play like a Huskar, like a... I think Huskar would be a good comparison. Like, you want to be able to just go across the map, kill off heroes left, right, and center. And, well, Midas doesn't really help you with that. So you're trying to play like a Slok, where you can actually scale well into the late game. So if you get a Midas, that's not the end of the world. I guess you still want your levels, so in that department it's not the worst thing either. But you just don't have the time in a game like this. Or up against a team like this. Especially with the Lone Druid not being slowed down at all. You know it's gonna get a early Radiance. No one as well, like he is freaking stacked. The Guardian Greaves and Lotus Orbs, it's all the sustain that you could ever want for your entire team. So CM19, I guess they didn't anticipate VP being able to go in this early, but also didn't do anything to dissuade them from doing so. It's a bit of an issue. So they're looking for the second high ground. Knocks out. Just below here already. All this incidental damage. The Radiance, the Heartstopper aura. They can't do anything here. Tier 3 is already down. The bear kind of being whittled away at. There's a resummon available. Can also let TBM back, but now, okay, that's a bit of control here. LCW is going to be safe now. To turn around, Nyx finds a couple of stuns here, but where is the damage? It's just not there, is it? Ramses Bear kind of low again, so he does end up dropping. Resummon, not available until just now. The silence wears off. But didn't get any more heroes here. Pasha actually ended up dropping. Lasso taken down, but there's a Scythe over. No more Weavy. Can buy back, and he does indeed. Can return into this fight. Roger being healed up a little bit. There's a Hex over on Rubik though. Solo. Only support, but still a nice skill to get. Anything that you can get at this point is really, really nice. So Roger is going to be the chosen one. Swashbuckle setting up. Files W to finish him off. It's now VP. They are on the retreat. Radiance Burns kind of going strong here. Looks like, oh, do they want to turn us around? Well, Solo's still hanging around here with the actual lifts, with a couple of purges here left and right, but it's not enough to keep them safe, actually. They went too deep this time. Now they're just burning to death. Nyx, oh, with a TP up on the high ground. The Swashbuckle stolen. The last right click from Solo. Finds him inside the trees. Oh no.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think they got, what do we say? Jibaited. Just chasing VP all the way across the map, and then at some point VP realized, wait a second. We can just fight them, can't we? Yes, of course we can, and then they all die. A bit awkward, to say the least. That's another Rex going down. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Weaver. And that's just going to be the end of it, is there? GG is called. Blows off, canceling the shackles. Says they're going to get a few more kills from the trouble. Again, game number 2, more or less a carbon copy of game number 1 in the way that the timings worked out. Virtus.pro, just super solid lanes. Didn't really get slowed down at all on the core heroes, which means that they could transition into some very early pushes along that bear. And yeah, CM19. I'm not sure if it would have made a big difference if we went for Midas, but or if you didn't go for Midas. I would imagine so. Like at least it would be I don't think you can play passive like that up against Virtus.pro with this kind of lineup. Like, we've seen what happens then. So you have to be a lot more aggressive. You need to be trying taking control over the game, especially with a hero like Weaver, who wants to be active, who wants to try and leverage the Shikuchi and this chasing potential early on. You also have the Omni and the Abba to be able to support you and even save you in some ways. And you also have the Shadow Charm to actually take down towers. We didn't really see that come into play at all. It's more like they played Virtus.pro's game rather than their own. Regardless, this was the upper bracket match, so CM19, they'll have to drop down to the losers match. If they lose that one, they're out of the qualifiers altogether. But VP, they'll be facing up against Old But Gold or Team Empire, one of those. I believe Empire won game number 1, that series is still going on, so I will check on that. But that'll be our next matchup on the stream, so do stay tuned for that.